Real cars with zero CGI. That line from Top Gear about Furious 7 still gives me chills. Hey, I'm Morgan Lane, your safety-first car guy, and today I'm pulling the hood on Fast and Furious. We're going to see what's real, what's movie magic, and how those wild mods would act on a normal road. And yes, some of it was 100% real. Dennis McCarthy and the stunt team actually threw real cars out of a cargo plane. No green screen, just planning, rigs, and nerves of steel. The franchise has brought in over $9 billion across 8 films, which helps explain how they bankroll a small army of stunt cars. I dug into interviews and reports from Wired and Top Gear, plus stunt prep notes, to get you the hard facts. We'll talk fleets of duplicate chargers, one engine for everything tricks, off-road conversions, stunt testing, and the truth about those on-screen gadgets. Which F&F stunt car amazed you the most? Comment below. You're watching Recall Roadmap with Morgan, and I'm glad you're here. Hit like and ride with me because the first reveal is a big one. There isn't just one Dom charger on set. There are many. Let's start there. 7 chargers. Let that sink in. Picture Car Chief Dennis McCarthy says they built Dom's off-road charger from zero and crafted 7 identical Charger RT bodies just for Furious 7. In the final cut, there are 9 unique Dom chargers on screen. Why so many? Because Hollywood needs backups, specialty setups, and cars ready to shoot in different places at the same time. Break one, keep rolling. Swap one, keep the schedule. And it wasn't just muscle. That $3.4 million Lykan Hypersport? You don't risk a real one leaping between towers, so W Motors built 6 replicas for the production. McCarthy put it plainly. We built 7 of them, 9 versions of the new Charger Dom drives, and 6 of the Lykan Hypersport. That is a production line, not just a garage. I love the honesty of that approach. You see one hero car, but behind it is a fleet. I combed Wired's on-set deep dives and Top Gear's interviews to confirm every number here. Building copies is the only way you can plan chaos and still go home safe. Under the skin, were these cars all the same or totally different builds? Time to pop the hood on the powertrains. Here's the twist I love as a tech nerd. Many hero cars ran the same heart. Top Gear reports Dodge developed an SRT-based V8 package for the film, and they're pushing out around 530 BLCIP. Wired backs it up. Even the old-school Charger ran a 500 horsepower unit, plus a rear locking differential. Translation for real-world folks. Standard power, standard parts, big grip from a locking diff. Why do that? Speed and safety. One engine means one set of spares, one set of tools, and fewer surprises. McCarthy's team stripped original engines, prepped the cars, and cut downtime. A car breaks? Swap familiar parts and get back to set. But how do they still sound like themselves on screen? Audio magic done the honest way. McCarthy took matching cars to an airport, covered them in microphones, and recorded real revs, slides, and tire smoke to build each model's voice. So yes, a Subaru and a Charger may share a stunt motor for the shot, but your ears still hear the right character. With engines sorted, let's talk about the wildest build of them all. Turning a 68 Charger into a cliff-jumping off-roader is no bolt-on job. That cliff dive you saw wasn't a stock muscle car trick. For Furious 7, the team designed a tubular steel frame under the Charger's skin. One common frame even served both the off-road Charger and Jason Statham's truck stunt. The hardcore bits came fast thanks to CAD and water jet cut parts. But the body is where the hours lived. McCarthy said it himself. The off-road Charger was the most labor-intensive car to build. The chassis was done pretty quick, but the bodywork was massively labor-intensive. Weeks of metal shaping, flares, and clever packaging gave the suspension room to travel and survive drops without crunching the hood. Wired adds it took about 6 more weeks of CAD work to nail the look and clearance. The goal was sneaky. Keep that low, mean Charger vibe, but hide desert truck hardware under it. As a safety investigator, I respect that balance. You get strength without losing soul. It's almost a new car, just wearing old-school clothes. Built like that, the Charger can take a hit, but they still don't roll to a cliff and send it on day one. Before any big camera day, the team does careful, repeatable testing. Let's go there next. No one just floors it into a ramp. The stunt crew pre-tests every jump on a closed course. Wired describes the routine. They start small, then build up. Ramps go from low to about 3.5 feet. Speed climbs to 65 or 70 miles per hour, enough to fly roughly 90 feet before touching down. They tune rebound and compression until the car lands flat and doesn't bounce into trouble. Only after that do the stunt drivers climb in and tailor the setup to feel. Sway bars, springs, even brake bias get tweaked so each driver can hit marks with confidence. This is the part that earns my respect. All that prep means, come shoot day, the driver can go full throttle on the very first take without breaking the car. It is not random, it is engineering rehearsed. And the lesson for us regular drivers is simple. Control beats chaos. These are trained pros on closed sets with safety nets. With testing locked, the production can do something wild and honest that surprised even the crew. They used real cars in some of the craziest scenes you remember. This one still stuns me. McCarthy said, "Everyone was shocked when they found out we threw real cars out of the plane." A C-130 opened up, and fully built vehicles slid right into the sky. Top Gear even wrote, "We have to admire a film that happily throws fully built, customized cars out of a goddamn cargo plane." Real cars with zero CGI. The team backed that up with tough rigs, including a tubular, fast attack chassis that could attack almost any terrain, even driving off cliffs. When practical effects worked, they used them. Metal, fuel, gravity, and a lot of planning. As someone who's managed safety on real tests, I appreciate how clean their prep had to be to pull this off. You can feel it in the final cut. Before we keep going, quick pit stop. If you like behind-the-scenes car truth told by a safety-first nerd like me, hit subscribe and stick around for weekly deep dives. Share this with your car crew too. Now, there's one more layer to peel back. The movies also show wild computer screens and nitrous gadgets. Let's separate fun fiction from mechanic reality next. Movie tech time, and I say this with love. Some on-screen gizmos are straight-up Hollywood. Hot Cars called out Brian's laptop flashing "danger to manifold" when the eclipse gets stressed. Real ECUs don't talk like that, and a laptop HOD won't blow your floor out. Same scene, new eyebrow raise. That front-wheel drive eclipse suddenly locks the rear wheels during the blow-up. Rear wheels aren't powered on FWD, so unless the brakes lock, that spin is theater. Then there's the nitrous setup. Hot Cars points out the eclipse is shown with a fogger system and direct port nitrous at the same time. Two delivery methods stacked together is overkill and not how tuners usually build. Hot Cars even called it a head-scratcher choice. Movies need drama in 2 seconds, so the lights, beeps, and flames get turned up to 11. I get it. But in the shop, clean wiring, the right fueling, and a single well-tuned system beat flashy chaos every day. All that said, let's keep this grounded. Even if the gadgets were perfect, most of these stunt builds still wouldn't be legal or safe for your daily drive. Here's why that matters. Cool on camera can be risky in traffic. Stunt cars are stripped, rewired, and caged like race cars. Full roll cages, race seats, multi-point harnesses, cutoff switches, and often no airbags or emissions gear. Road and Track warns against cages in street cars because they change crash forces and can add danger without full race gear. I back that warning. A cage near your head without a helmet is bad news. Big nitrous bottles, hood-mounted blowers, and underbody neon can also run afoul of local laws. And a 500-plus horsepower rear-drive car with a locking diff and no traction control can spin a normal driver in a heartbeat. These builds live on closed sets with pro drivers, fire crews, medics, and a safety plan. Inspections for daily use? Most of these cars would fail. If you're modding your own ride, follow your laws, keep your airbags and belts, and build for control first. The movie look is fun, but your life is the priority. We've seen how these cars are engineered and why they're not for daily duty. Now let's talk about the price of building and breaking so many toys. The price tag is wild. That silver Lykan Hypersport in Furious 7 is a $3.4 million car, and Top Gear calls it a $3.4 million limited edition supercar flying through buildings. The production didn't gamble the real one. Wired reports they used 6 replicas for the heavy action, saving the genuine car for careful shots. Now zoom out. The live Fast Show alone planned tire strategy because they burn through about 6,000 tires a year. Imagine what a full film consumes with burnouts, jumps, and retakes. Engines, gearboxes, body shells, wheels, brakes, rigs, and safety gear stack up fast. The studio can afford it because the franchise brings in billions. But there's also a payoff you can't fake. Practical stunts look and feel real. From a safety and tech view, the money buys control, backups, and time to test. CGI is cheaper in some cases, but can't replace physics. When you know the cost, the on-screen chaos feels even more intense. You're not just watching pixels, you're watching planning and parts light up the screen. One more thing before we wrap. Let's tie all the threads together and leave you with a smart takeaway. So here's the big picture. Fast and Furious isn't random. It's fleets of duplicate hero cars, so filming never stops. It's one engine for all stunt builds around 500 to 530 horsepower with locking diffs for grip. It's a classic Charger reborn on a tubular frame. Bodywork shaped for huge suspension travel. It's careful ramp testing so drivers can hit the mark at full throttle, and yes, it's many jaw-dropping stunts done with real metal, not pixels. The flashier gadgets? Fun, but often fantasy. And the stunt builds you love? Amazing on set. Not fit for the street without huge changes. I'm Morgan Lane, and thanks for riding along. I pulled these facts from Wired, Top Gear, Hot Cars, and years of safety work to give you the real story. You've been watching Recall Roadmap with Morgan. If this helped you see movie cars in a new way, subscribe for more deep dives, like this video, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching. What surprised you most about the car builds today? Drop a thought in the comments and keep it safe out there.